Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Animal Farm Rebirth. So what happened? Well, I tried to upgrade to the new Sosnovka farm. I'm not Sosnovka. To the new version of Sandy Bay, which is Sandy Bay Gold. And in the process, I blew everything up. And so we're starting over again. But this time, we're going to go to normal. I'm going on normal mode, and we're going to do it for Rizzle. Why normal? Well, because it's freaking hard to get ahead because Animal Farm Rebirth. Man, this takes forever to get started. But seriously, I'm sorry that happened, but I'm going to start over from scratch. I really feel like it's hard. This game is really hard when it comes to when you're using the soil mod is what I'm trying to get at. The soil mod is pretty brutal, and it doesn't really have any room for error or learning or and on hard mode it's just almost impossible to get ahead. And I want to go though through and kind of grow our farm and get lots of animals, and we're gonna start over from scratch. It sucks, I know, but at the same time, I was kind of getting bored of just having everything handed to me. So I think it'll be more fun. Just sometimes it's good to just start over. We'll tell ourselves that to make ourselves feel better about the whole dang situation. So anyway, I have never done Sandy Bay on default before, so we're going to be, and this is a learning experience for us, right? Because I've got very little equipment to start with, 3 tractors and a harvester, but they're small tractors, and so we're going to have to kind of deal with that. One thing that I do need to do, though, is I need to upgrade to the trailer that has the locking header. This trailer will dump the header after a couple minutes. So anyway, I apologize. Sorry, Ryan is doing the dishes, and it's going to be noisy from time to time here. Anyway, I apologize, but there's nothing I can really do. I just starting over. So we have no animals at this point. We'll probably go on a smaller scale since we're not just playing with free money. I'll probably have to do some silage to get money together to buy animals. And we definitely don't have any equipment to feed them or anything like that. So we're going to have to put together all that stuff. But that's okay, because I kind of want to go through all that. We haven't done it before from here. But unfortunately, it means that we're starting over again. I'm going to try to do the harvesting here. I probably won't have you guys watch the whole harvesting process. I'll probably just get started here today and introduce you guys to the farm, and then I'll play some on my own to get money together, and then when I go to do things that are important like the soil mod that you haven't seen before, things that are new, I'll definitely get back in and include you guys in that. But I think during this portion where I'm just going to be harvesting and harvesting and harvesting, it's just you guys have seen it already. We've already done it on this map. I've had quite a day today. I'm a little beat down. So my Scion XB, you guys know that I had a Scion XB. Sorry, the mic was a little far. And I really love the car. We all loved it. My son loved it, especially Mark. He's going to be very sad. But, he's gone, and he's going to be buying his own car supposedly pretty soon after he gets back. And so I'm stuck with this college kid car. The XB is a cool car, but it's not very good on long distance trips. And it has no horsepower, so it's very frustrating to drive. A lot of times when you're on hills and stuff, you're just begging the thing to keep moving so it doesn't stall out on the hill. It's not that bad, but it's only got 106 horsepower in a car that weighs almost double that of a Toyota Camry. So it's way underpowered. And so anyway, I finally decided, and I know this is going to kind of suck for the YouTube channel, but not really, though, because I'm making enough now that it's not going to make a huge impact, but I'm going to have to take some of my YouTube money and put it towards this car that I bought today. You guys are all like, what? I traded the Scion in, and I know we're not really supposed to talk about this stuff on YouTube, but I felt like with the trade-in, I was able to get a Hyundai Sonata with, you know, it's loaded. It's older. It's got 50,000 miles on it, and it's a 2008 model. So it's, you know, what, almost, well, it's 8 years old at this point. But the Scion was 12. And the Scion was falling apart. So I basically decided that I'd trade it in, and I'm going to be taking probably a decent portion of my monthly YouTube money and putting it towards this car. And we definitely will still continue to buy mods. We're going to still do giveaways, all that stuff. I have enough in my budget now with YouTube that I have enough to not only make the car payment, but also to still have fun, you know, and get the latest DLCs, and also maybe have giveaways and stuff like that. We'll definitely, like, we're going to be doing a Homer giveaway here coming up next week when the Homer mod gets released. So anyway, that stuff will continue, but I just need to cut back a little bit. I've bought a lot of video games this year. Like, I bought like 5 copies of Space Engineers for my kids, and I bought you know, Skyrim and not Far Cry, what's the nuclear one, the nuclear war one, I can't think of the name of it. Fallout 3, yeah. And a bunch of Star Wars games. And I just bought that naval action game. I'll show you that in a little bit. And I've been just buying a lot of games with my YouTube money and games for other people. And you know, and I'm just like, you know what? I need to kind of rein that in a little bit, unfortunately. And, you know, have to spend some of the money on real life. And that happens from time to time. I mean, real life is real life, and sometimes you gotta face reality, and that means that some of my fun money needs to really go towards helping my household. But anyway, the XP was a cool car, but it had no cruise control, so you can imagine most of my jobs are at least an hour away. So you can imagine me driving for an hour, shooting for 20 minutes, half an hour, and then getting back in the car and driving another hour to another location and putting this is really, I didn't realize how dangerous this was back here. Oh, it looked really flat. Optical illusion, I guess. Oh, I'm going to lose the header. Oh. Come on. Okay. It was a unique situation. So anyway, I'm going to have to pull that out with the tractor, I think. So anyway, I just realized, you know, some of this money is going to have to go towards real life at some point, and you know, hopefully hopefully we'll reach a day where I get enough money from YouTube that all I have to do is play video games and make videos for you guys, and then I can just make a living doing that. But that's not the case right now, and I'm a long way from that. So, but it is enough to help pay for a couple bills, so that's pretty cool, and I'm excited that I'm at that point. But like I said, it's a little bit disappointing to me that I have to do that. But I just realized the XB is falling apart. It's got 120,000 miles on it. It's 12 years old, and it was beat to heck. It, like, the back handle broke off. The power locks, half of the power locks stopped working. One of the windows won't roll up right. It was like falling apart, and I'm like, man, I got to do something. This is just not. I can't show up to a customer site with this car like falling apart. People are gonna start being like, you know, ghetto car, ghetto company, don't work with them, you know, and that does happen. So I felt like I needed to just invest a little bit of money into the company and get a better looking car. So anyway, it's a nice car. We drove it home. I had to drive an hour and a half to get it because it was up in kind of not near the Pennsylvania border from us, but it was a good, yeah, it's close, a lot closer than we are, and north. So it was in Paynesville, Ohio, which is kind of up by the lake, maybe like 45 minutes from the Pennsylvania border. And so we drove all the way up there this morning. Like I got the Scion all cleaned out, and then, you know, I'd been looking the day before. I spent all day Tuesday looking for the car, and kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like funneled it down to the cars that I was interested in, and then that was the one that was highest on the list. So I was like, well, I'll just call them and you know, see if it's available, and see if they're willing to work on the price, and tell them what I want as far as a monthly payment, and what I'd like to get. So they gave me what I wanted for my trade. The payment with tax still came out to be about $30 more a month than I want. I was hoping to get it around $100 a month, and it turned out to be about $140 a month. But, you know, good enough. All right, hang on a second here. I need to... This guy's going to get stuck in this corner, I think. I have to babysit him for a little bit because he gets stuck on that post there in the middle, too. So let's just see what happens here. If he gets around the corner, I'll come back and grab that other wagon. And then we'll start... We have a bunch of... Since I picked normal mode, we have some commodities that we can sell, which is great. And I wanted to show you a quirk that I found in the game. Will we get past? Yeah, I will. Okay. So anyway... I think that I made the right decision, and like I said, the car is much newer than the one that I was driving, and it's also in really good shape. Much more comfortable, much more what I need for work, you know. It's got, you know, it's got a cruise control. Doesn't sound like a big thing, but it is. And then I like it because it has a sunroof and it had leather seats, which, you know, the Hyundais, when they first released the Sonata, they were all... leather seats, and like they all were like fully equipped, and they were trying to make an impression, and they did. And anyway, it's a great car. I really like it. So I did a lot of reviewing on it and stuff, and people pretty much seem to have good luck with them. I know not everybody has good luck with Hyundai, but that particular model seemed to get really good reviews, and people that have had them for years are saying that they still are running them and they work great, and you know, not a whole lot of issues reported. So anyway, that's what I've been doing for the last couple days. And then I came home last night after I was done. I recorded for an hour and a half, and I came to find out that it corrupted one of the files and then didn't record anymore after that. So I spent like 3 hours recording and got no material whatsoever. And then tonight the whole thing blew up, so it doesn't really matter anyway. So here we are at square one. And so I'm going to show you a little trick here. Both of these farms are linked. So if I put wheat in here and then drive to the other farm, the wheat's going to show up over there. And so the other thing, too, is I found a shortcut. Though you guys probably know about this. I was driving a long way to do this, and I'm realizing this is nice because this farm is pretty close to the sale point. Actually, they both are close to sale points, so... let's see. I do like this new map. It has... now, I didn't find yet the manure locations for Das Piggies and cows, but I did find the manure location for the milk cows. And so that it does exist, and you can take manure and... Oh, it's too fast. There we go. You can take manure to the... or from the milk farm, and then you can use it for fertilizer, and I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, we got a ways to go, folks. Like I said, I'm not going to be... I'll keep playing on this farm, too, so that it's not like the first 30... Because what's happened, and this has happened with the... As you watch the other Animal Farm series, the first, like, 30 episodes is me just setting up and not really even doing anything with the animals, and I don't want that to be the way it is. So this is going to be my play farm, too. And then what we'll do is, you know, once a week, I'll come in and do a 2 or 3 hour recording session, and we'll pick up, you know, a segment of what's going on at the farm, and you guys can see it happening. So anyway, I think my goal right now is to get this tractor, and we're going to take this tractor. Once we're done, we got to finish the harvest and sell off all of our commodities and see what we have, and that's going to take quite a while. It's a very large harvest. I have, you know, 4 fields that are ready now, and then 2 or 3 more fields after that. We really need to get a big seeder and a big tractor to pull the seeder. So I'm looking at the same Fortis, the brand name. It's a brand name same, and it's a Fortis model tractor, the 190 horsepower. That to me is usually the best power for money. And then we're going to trade in hopefully this tractor, maybe this tractor, and the Dutzfar. And we'll keep the little New Holland because we need a scooper. And but we'll sell these guys, and you know, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying. We'll see what happens. I've got about $30,000 worth of stuff here. Oops, probably more than that actually. between this tractor and that tractor and the other tractor. And then I'd also like to upgrade the trailers. These, I don't like this Marshall because it really restricts your turning radius. And on this tiny map, it's important. This is Evelyn getting yelled at. And so I'd like to go to, Dennis Mann had recommended some AgroLiner trailers, and he was getting mad at me because I never used them. And so I will be using those in this series. Dennis, this is all for you. And so we'll go there. So anyway, I'm excited. My new car is, and I'll show you pictures. Maybe I'll pop one here, and I'll show you the XB. We took a picture of the XB to say goodbye. Mark is very sad. But the Sonata is also green. My XB was like this weird kind of black gray green, and the Sonata is kind of like an olive drab green. I don't know why. I don't really like green cars, but for some reason that's what I always end up finding is a good deal. Maybe people just don't want green, and so I've always got the leftovers. Not that that's a problem. Like I said, I could care less. I'm not buying the car. You know, I'm 42 years old. I'm not looking for a Corvette. I'm not looking for, a Mustang or a Camaro. I just want something that'll get me from one place to the other comfortably, and that's going to be reliable and get decent mileage. And you know what? I was real excited. It's got a 234 horsepower V6, which is incredible to me that it's got that much horsepower for such a small car. And I got 30 miles to the gallon the entire way home. It has that, the trip computer. I reset it, and I found that I was getting 30 miles to the gallon. It's mostly, 50-mile-an-hour roads, but still, I was like, man, that's really good. Like the Scion, I was lucky if I would average like 28, so it's already getting better mileage than the little car. It's kind of funny. It's just more aerodynamic, I guess. And it's got a sunroof, which is really cool. Like I've always wanted a sunroof, and it has a sunroof. So it's kind of like I got the Corvette that I wanted in a luxury, comfy car. And it was cheap, too. Like I said, these cars the Hyundais don't hold their value, so I got it for, I think, the car itself was listed at $9,900. And then I got $2,500 off for my Scion, but then you have to add back in tax and title and all that stuff. So by the time I was done, I owe $8,500 on the car. But really, for a car with 50,000 miles, that's loaded, like everything, it's a luxury car, that wasn't bad. So I'm excited about it. I think I got a good deal. We'll see 2 years from now when I'm like, oh my God, this thing's falling apart. You guys can remind me. You remember when you were Animal Farm? The farm? You'll be at Farm Simulator like 17 by then. They'll be like, remember that Animal Farm episode when you bought that car? You said it was going to last forever, and I don't think it'll last forever, but... And the hope is, like I said, I will be taking... the payments right now are like $140 a month. My goal is to be putting down $200 a month or more to try to get it paid off in much less time, because obviously the longer you carry it, the more interest you're going to pay. If you can get it paid off faster, you're going to save money. So I'm just going to keep putting more and more money towards it and try to get it paid off quick. So I don't want to have the debt. I don't want it. I don't want debt anymore. I don't want debt. Let's check and see. Yep, he got stuck. He'll get stuck one more time because he's got to go. There's that telephone pole. His second pass around, he'll get stuck again. Oh, look how far he went. He went like 2 inches. This whole time he's been doing nothing. Anyway. So we have a lot of stuff to sell. We're going to keep doing this. I'm going to be selling off, collecting, selling, collecting, selling, collecting. And we're just going to build up as much money as possible. I still have, since I'm on normal mode, I have a $100,000 loan I can take out too. It's at my fingertips. We probably will be doing that. And the reason being is because, once again, the loan, the maximum that you pay per day, if you max out your loan to $200,000, is like $400 a day. So, and you're going to make that much with one little harvest. Your cows will make more than that. If you have 20 cows, you're going to make $2,000 a day. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right. I want to go up there sometime. Maybe if we finish selling off our stuff, we'll take a little break and go up to the top of the hill. like a scenic locale up there. I've never been up there before. Wow, we are gonna rip the transmission out of the bottom of this tractor. I've hit warp speed. I think in real life you probably would not push the tractor that hard. You would rip them. Seriously, that's got to tear up your transmission. 2 or 3 chips like that, you'd have a smoking wreck left over. Oh! Hello. 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 Beep. I'm cutting through. So I don't know if you guys have seen this facility before. I don't think we went here during the first part of the series. What is that back there? Is that... Oh, that's where we buy saplings, right? What's going on, M-Badge? Yeah? I just started. I can't know. You can sit here and do your stuff. I'll help you with your questions. Okay, well, John, I'm driving right now. Can you wait? Oh my gosh. It's like you think you wait till 10 o'clock at night that you'd have quiet and peace to record, but no, not in this house. Hold on, John. Yeah, if they ever implement a damage model into this game. There you go, John. Of course, I was sitting all the way on his cover. It wasn't even like partly on there. I was like 100%. All right, here we go. Sorry, folks. I plowed into the yield sign. You nice and warm now, Mater? You feeling cozy? Ugh. Dang it. See, now I was using that cover to sit on, and now it's like I'm all screwed up because it changed where I'm sitting.
What is that house again?
What house? What?
That house.
Right there?
Yeah.
That's the Blue Jacket Dairy. That's where you take your milk. Whoa, excuse me. We just ate dinner, and I'm like... We had a little bit of cabbage and noodle, a little bit of ham, some mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato.
What else did we have, Mater? We had a roll, a biscuit.
We like to call it. Mom said, it's always zombies. You get books, they put books on the toys, like the zombies on one guy.
I have no idea what you just said, Mater.
It's one should be right for Christmas.
Soupy's Red Socks for Christmas?
No.
No?
That it's not a final zombies guy.
His jammies?
No.
No. I don't know what you're saying, mate.
That of Legos.
What?
Legos.
Oreos?
No, Legos.
Oh, he got Legos.
Yeah.
What about his Legos?
I want one of the boxes of Legos.
You want a box of Legos?
Yeah.
What, like, you want me to go get you a box?
Yeah.
I wish they weren't so expensive. I'd just go grab you a whole bunch of boxes. I'd love Legos. On Sunday, remember, John, you and I, we had a little special time together, and what did we do? Do you remember?
Yeah.
What did we make?
Legos. I made a Lego battleship.
Yeah, you made a Lego battleship, and what did it have on it?
Fight sword and a zap.
Wait, what did it have on it?
A zap sword and a fight sword.
Oh, a what kind of sword?
A fight sword.
It had a flame sword, yeah, and then what was the other one?
The jump helmet.
A jump away?
A zap helmet. Zap helmet. The Zop helmet.
A Zop helmet?
Yeah, a Zop helmet.
A job helmet?
Yeah, Zop helmet.
I don't know what that is.
Zop helmet kill you.
Oh, you mean the battle axe?
Yeah.
No, it had a battle axe and a flame sword. He said, I made a battleship. I'm like, that's pretty cool, Mater. And he said, every battleship needs a flame sword. I just thought that was cute. John, you are so cute. Are you cute, John?
What I put in my mouth truck outside, and then we did like Legos.
Oh yeah, we played with the monster truck outside first. That's right. I got him a little one of those Maisto rock crawlers, a Maisto or however you pronounce it. They make a pretty cool little rock crawler for $20. Unfortunately, the batteries go south pretty quick, so you have to keep charging them up. But it climbs pretty well. It'll go right up our curb. It goes like 2 or 3 miles an hour, so it's really slow. But it's slow and crawly, like in a good way, and it really climbs well. So we were out. It was nice on Sunday. The weather got real warm. Remember, Mater? It was real nice out, and so we went outside and played with his truck for a little while, and then he and I came inside and we were making Lego ships. I made 2 battleships. Remember, Mater?
Yeah.
I made a radar ship, and then I made one that had a laser cannon on the back.
I broke one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you broke them. Yeah, I remember. I was kind of sad.
You said what?
I saved one of them. Maybe I should put a picture of. Oh, this is not where I'm going.
You said who broke it?
I said, who broke my laser ship?
You said John.
Who broke it? John broke it.
I didn't mean to.
I know, and guess what? Even though you broke it.
I found some in my house. I found some in my phone.
Are you going to take off now? Okay, we'll see you later, buddy. Have fun.
I don't know that.
He's so cute. Every battleship should have a laser sword. Fire. We call him flame sword. Every battleship should have a flame sword. Oh, John. He's a nice little kid. My wife had her sister was here, and then the girls, got their room clean. It's been a point of contention in my marriage for the last 10 years. So the girls always screw up their room and they leave clothes all over, and it just got out of control. Like, it was to the point where I was like, oh my gosh. And my wife said, clean it. And I'm like, I go in there and I'm like, I mean, like, literally, like, you can't even walk on the floor. You know how you put 2 little girls in a room, and even 2 little boys, Though, I don't know, Seth and John's room is never like that. Anyway, it's just a disaster. Violet is a disaster. She just makes a mess. So I went in there and I'm like, oh my gosh, And so I told them, I said, listen, their mom was like, if you guys get this clean while I'm gone, because I showed them how to do it. Like, I went through with them. I helped them fold clothes and kind of do the first major, attack on the room. And I said, listen, if you guys keep doing this, Mom will take you guys out to lunch on Sunday. And so they got it done. And so my wife and her sister, and then the 2 girls, Violet and Evelyn, they went to go out to lunch. And so that left, Ryan was gone and Seth were gone. I don't even remember where they were, but they weren't home. So it was just me and Mater. And we had a real nice time. It was fun. I'm like, what do you want to do, Mater? He's like, he wanted to play with Hot Wheels. Unfortunately, the Hot Wheels that we were... Man, why is that so low? Oh, it'd be $12,000 for a full load. No, he's still going. So, he wanted to play with the Hot Wheels, but all the sets are like all mixed together, and it's like those Hot Wheel sets nowadays. When I was a kid, they were real modular. Like, you could hook anything with anything, and it was all like, it was mostly track pieces and connectors, You make these giant, tracks that you could also spank children with. And, because I used to get spanked with the road track. You guys remember that? Hot Wheels road tracks made good spanks.
I found it.
Oh, you found a bunch of cars. So anyway, they don't make those anymore. Now they make like these cool kits that's like Shark Bite Bay and like all these other like cool Hot Wheels kits, but the problem is they don't They're not interchangeable parts. Like each part is for each kit. So if you don't have the whole kit, you can't make the track. And so John was like, let's do this. And I'm looking at this huge pile of like mixed and unmatched Hot Wheels parts. And I was like, listen, John, remember John? I was like, why don't we just play with Legos? You remember? Yeah, and then we did. John was like, well, okay. And so we went and played Legos and we had a real nice time, didn't we, John?
Yeah. I found some cars.
Did you find some cars?
Yeah.
What you got there?
These cars. So we can another one and we can out.
Okay. What kind of cars did you find?
I found tank car.
A tank car. Hey, tank cop.
What was that?
That's like an ATV.
That is. And I found a race car.
That's a red like NASCAR race car. And that's another NASCAR. That blue one, John. That's the STP car from Kyle Petty, and that's what they call. I mean, you still call it NASCAR, but that's what you call a stock car. I guess they still call them stock cars.
What was this one called?
That one's just a tank car. Yeah, that's kind of like a hybrid. That's not a real car. Those race cars are real cars, though. Those are real NASCARs. And the blue one is definitely called. That's it looks like a Oldsmobile. Oh, I forget what Kyle Petty drove. I don't remember. The model's not good enough.
This was the thing at the Violet's house.
That was at Violet's house?
No, at the Violet's house.
Oh, it was out at the Valek's house?
Yeah, it did not look like this.
It didn't look like that? Oh, because they have an ATV. You're talking about the Valek's ATV?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, our friends have 6 acres or 7 acres, and they have ATVs.
One.
Well, they have 2, but they never bring the other one out. I don't know why, but they don't. Okay, so we don't have those. So all we have left is corn. We got some sugar beets and some taters.
One morning we can play Hot Wheels.
Oh, he's stuck again. I told you to get stuck one more time. Oh, it's that pipe. He gets stuck on the pipe. Watch. So we're going to have to hand do this part. But I think I need to unload it first.
I have lots of cars so we can play.
It says the king on Kyle Petty's car.
And
Thank you, Mr. the King. Do you like the movie Cars, Mater? Is it your favorite movie? Whoa, he just ran away. Okay, sorry. John. It's Mr. Sweet Guy. What? Chuck can play too?
Yeah.
Do you like it when Chuck runs around and plays with us? The reason why I don't like this Marshall trailer, and it was a freebie DLC from.
Stop playing down and play.
No, I gotta do this right now, honey, because I haven't recorded the Farm Sim in 2 weeks, and I need to get some episodes done. We need to keep the channel going.
I'm morning.
Now that I got car payments,
I'm morning.
I've got more motivation. Yeah, maybe we can. Probably not until this weekend, honey, because I got 2 jobs tomorrow, and I got 2 jobs on Friday. I'm gonna be driving all over the place, and then Marky's coming home Friday night.
Will you play?
Yeah, he'll play. And Allie's gonna sleep over too, so his girlfriend's coming over.
Allie might not play.
Allie would play Hot Wheels, I bet.
But I don't know.
She's so nice. I bet you she'll want to play with Painter. She'll love playing Hot Wheels. We'll all play together.
I don't have enough cars.
The reason why I don't like these Marshall trailers.
Well, I don't have enough cars.
Hold on there, Bubs. Is because they only turn like 40 degrees. Like, so when you get past like here, they start to bind. I guess here, but like right there, that's the max turning radius, and it's okay. But on these tight farms, it's a pain to get these things around, and I just don't like them. So we're gonna run this trailer. Whoa, John, easy. Oh, did you just drop your truck?
No.
What was that? The what? One of the movies fell down? You didn't drop your remote though, did you?
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't.
Well, Daddy, this movie.
Oh, okay, that's all right. It just sounded really loud on the recording. It sounded like something big dropped. So, Mark is coming home. And although Patchy is gone and he didn't get to say goodbye, if he had passed his test, he would have gotten to say goodbye. You know, honestly, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't thinking about trading my car in, but then the last straw was when I went to change the oil this weekend, and because I needed, actually not the oil, but the filter. I use AMSOIL, and my jack was broken, and that car, the Scion, is so low to the ground that I can't change the oil because I can't get it up on the ramps. I've talked about this before, but the ramps are, the car is, the air dam on the front was so low to the ground that you can't get the car up on regular old ramps. So I was like, I can't even change my oil. Like, I have to freaking take it to a shop to change the oil. I got to take it to the shop to get this fixed and that fixed, and this is broken and that's broken and this is broken. I'm like, you know what? Why am I keeping this car? Like, what?
Don't have enough.
What is the reason that I still have this in my driveway?
Don't have enough cars.
Like, if
I don't have enough cars.
it doesn't, it's not comfortable. It doesn't have cruise control. The power locks don't work. The windows are getting broken. Everything's falling apart. And uh-oh, is this thing wedging in? Why is it doing that? Is it really tipping the tractor? Oh, because that's right, these fill up. I don't know why they did that. I don't like that. But I guess it's kind of realistic, and then the silo will suck it in over time. Anyway, yeah, so these barns are all new. You can see that here. This is for if you remember from the old Sandy Bay, those barns here on the right, like right to my left there, the green barn and that other one, those were not there. Also back here, you can't see it, but on the other side of these buildings right there is a cow manure pen. And then, sorry, my mic is all screwed up now because I was playing with meter. There we go. Is that a little bit better? I don't think you guys probably don't really even notice a huge difference, but I just sound closer. So anyway, I'm all over the place tonight. I did look at a couple cars. I looked at a Kia Rio. That was kind of a neat car. I'm sorry, the Kia Soul, not the Rio. The Rio is really super tiny. The Soul, but it was smaller than the XB a little bit. That's a little too much information there, Mater. Why don't you go just change them and be done with it? It's fine. Go change. I liked it. It was very much like the XB, the Soul, but unfortunately it also was just a little bit too pricey. The ones that I found were like 13,000. I needed it to be 10. And the ones that were 10 were really high miles, like 70, 80,000 miles. And I was like, and you know what? I'm like, you know what? Why am I going to buy another car that's this small? I want something a little bit bigger. So I started looking at Accords, which are really hard to find. I found a couple Camrys, but mostly I found like, what's the little one? The Corolla. I found a couple Corollas that were in my price range. But there were 2 or 3 Hyundai Sonatas. One was newer, but it had been in a side swipe accident. And so I was like, and it didn't have any, it had like the steel wheels, not the aluminum wheels. And I really wanted aluminum wheels. I hate steel wheels. I hate the upkeep, and the hubcap's always falling off and getting scratched. And, you know, I know the aluminum wheels leak a little bit, but I was like, I don't care. I'd rather deal with the leaking. I've got that on my van already. I have an air compressor, so I can just pump it back up. But then you also have the issues where you have what was I talking about? Oh, so then it also, you know, you have it had didn't have leather seats, didn't have a sunroof, and I'm like, I'm 42 years old. I probably am at the peak of how much money I'm going to make, which isn't enough, but it's what I make, you know. And it's like I think it only goes downhill from here. Maybe. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll have some kind of like either a YouTube explosion or like a teaching explosion somewhere. Like I'll find a job teaching, or who knows, you know, or like the photography business will just continue to grow like it has been, which is good. But it needs to grow more, you know. But I'm realizing I'm just like, you know what, I'm tired of driving around these ratty little old beat up cars. I want something nice and that I can just enjoy when I'm driving, because it's like that's, you know, a good, you know, 40% of my job is driving to locations to photograph them. And excuse me, whoa.